A big mindset shift I made as a home pizza cook is that New York pizza is not a high heat pizza. If you are new here, welcome. I'm Ellie and I've been reviewing and cooking using portable pizza ovens since 2017, starting with the original Ooni 3. If you're using a portable pizza oven, including the Ooni Volt 2, this guide should help you get that perfect New York style pizza. I'll show you the exact lower temperature approach I use, why it works, the pizza dough recipe, and how you can start getting the best from your home pizza oven. For years, I believed hotter is better. That's true for Neapolitan, but New York style, not so much. The portable pizza ovens like the Volt 2, the Koda, or even the Ninja Artisan-Woodfire are built to get fast, high temperature cooking, but they can also cook low heat pizza. New York style is all about balance, a longer bake and that classic thin yet crisp base. We will need to cook this pizza at a lower temperature, around 330 Celsius, roughly 580 Fahrenheit, for about 4 to 5 minutes. And the best thing? Your portable oven, like the Volt 2, can easily hit those temperatures and hold them, with way more consistency than a traditional stone oven. Here's the simple structure. New York dough contains more sugar and more oil than Neapolitan. Sugar caramelizes, but it burns fast at high temperatures. Oil enhances browning, but only with time. When you lower the temperature, you get deeper browning, not burning, a fully cooked center, a crisp but flexible base, better cheese melt without scorching the sauce, and this is what we want. A lower temperature doesn't mean lower quality. Let's make the pizza dough. I'm going to use strong white bread flour for this recipe, instead of my usual blue Caputo pizza Neapolitan flour. I'm going to put the recipe up on the screen. This recipe is both US and metric based for those who prefer either one. Salt, 13 grams, which is 7/8 of a tablespoon, 22 grams of extra virgin olive oil or 2 tablespoons, 283 grams of water or 1 1/4 cups, 0.6 grams of instant dry yeast or 1/8 of a teaspoon and a tiny pinch, 436 grams of bread flour, which is 3 5/8 of a cup, and 4.5 grams of granulated sugar, which is 3/8 of a tablespoon or 1 1/8 teaspoons. These are my ingredients. I'm going to measure them up and place them in my bread maker, which I use to knead the pizza dough, and this takes 45 minutes. Now I'm going to place the dough in the fridge for an overnight cold proof. See you tomorrow. I'm back. So let's place the cold proof dough in the Volt 2. This is a super easy way to get the dough back to a nice usable temperature, and it does this as I prepare my utensils, toppings, peels and cooking area. I will leave this in the oven for an hour or 2. Right, time to get this dough out, and this tin is so practical. Just need to get this into a 300 gram dough ball. I'm going to try to get this dough to stretch to fit the pizza peel as much as possible. That's as far as I can go. In New York style pizza, toppings follow the same low and slow logic. I'm using low moisture mozzarella and I'm using grated Parmesan cheese with simple, lightly seasoned, good quality tomatoes from a tin. No pools of fresh mozzarella water, no thick vegetables and no watery cheeses. This gives you the golden even browning with enough top energy to melt the cheese and blister it slightly without burning. We are going to set the Volt 2 oven to its preset for thin and crispy. Running the oven too hot will give a crispy shell with a raw interior and avoid overloading the toppings. They weigh everything down and stop the base from crisping. We will be using semolina to launch the pizza. Let's get this launched into the oven. If you are using a gas oven, heat up your oven to its maximum for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, turn the burner down to low and wait for roughly 5 minutes, or until the stone reads 750 Fahrenheit, 400 degrees Celsius, on an infrared thermometer. Launch the pizza immediately and turn off the flame. After 2 minutes, turn the flame back on to low and finish cooking the pizza, turning it regularly with a peel for an even cook, about 2 to 3 more minutes, or until the cheese is bubbly and it's developed a deep golden brown crust. But let's get back to the electric Ooni Volt. If you want more traditional softness, drop the oven by 20 degrees and extend the bake to 6 minutes. If you want a crispier base, keep the bottom temperature the same, the base of the stone temperature the same, and raise the top heat in the oven about 10 to 15 degrees Celsius. These small adjustments make big differences. For this cook, I am keeping it to the preset and adjusting where necessary. This dough loves a steady mid-range heat. It needs to slowly rise, slowly colour and slowly caramelise. And the Volt's lower temperature range is perfect for that. As we wait for the pizza to cook, here's what to look for. After 90 seconds, you should see a slow, even rise. After 2 minutes, the cheese should be fully melted, but not bubbling aggressively. At 3 minutes, the crust should start showing little brown freckles. And from 4 minutes onward, you're building the colour and you're not fighting any burning. The Volt 2's even heat prevents the one side too dark and one side too pale problem that you can get in gas and wood-fired ovens. And you only need to rotate if you see an unevenness at the back and the sides, but typically you shouldn't need to. It depends if there's going to be a heat build-up at the back of the oven. People may assume that New York pizza is easier because it's slower, but it's only easier when you know the temperature sweet spots. The Volt 2 makes the sweet spot feel almost automatic with its presets. So let's get this out of the oven. I think it's nearly done. Let's have a look at how it's cooked, the base and everything, and a taste test. Try this. It's very difficult to eat this. So if you've been struggling to get perfect New York slices in your portable oven, this is the shift to make right now. Lower the temperature and lengthen the bake and use the right New York style dough recipe. And if you're using the Ooni Volt 2, you have one of the best home ovens for this style because of the precision control and predictable heat and the benefit of the dough proof option. And my dog, Kai, is snoring again in this video. Let's go and see what he's up to. And there he is. The grunter snorer. Yep, that says it all. Check out all my playlists, especially for the Ooni Volt 2 if you're interested in that oven, but also all my other ovens as well. I hope you found this video useful. Let me know your thoughts on this recipe and how your cooking went in whatever pizza oven that you've got. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.